Sports fans, everyone across the nation, this is Uneducated Sports Talk, and we're going to break down our Week 14 picks and predictions. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Welcome all sports fans, everyone across the nation, this is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and this is the lovely PJ. What is going on, y'all? We're doing our Week 14 picks and predictions. As PJ is saying hi to everyone. Let's get you in real good, girl. Let's get you in good. Get you in good. How you guys doing, man? Before we get into this, y'all, please, if you're new to the channel, whether you're watching this on live or on rebroadcast, first of all, thank you guys for doing that. Second of all, go ahead and hit that like button. That thumbs up button means a lot for your boy. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't and become a part of UST Nation. UST stands for Uneducated Sports Talk. So we're in the building, y'all. This is our Week 14. The NFL season is moving along rather quickly. Thank goodness there's an extra week. So now we have 5 weeks left instead of 4 weeks left around this time. So, because they moved it to 18 weeks instead of 17 weeks, 17 games being played by each team. But that being said, it's so good right now. The NFL season is so good. After 13 weeks, we have a bunch of teams at 5 wins or more. I think it's 25 teams out of 32. So that is just saying some really good things about this NFL season. But that being said, hit that like button and subscription button as well. Subscribe to Uneducated Sports Talk. Hit the subscribe button. We're at 378 subscribers right now. Our short-term goal is 500. We're trying to get there by the end of the month, but it is what it is. When we do get there, someone will win $100, y'all. Somebody will win $100 when we reach our short-term goal of 500 subscribers. And, you know, who doesn't want a little bit of extra cash in their pocket? I know I would like that as well. So we are a giving channel. So the more you guys give, the more we'll give as well, man. So let's get right into it, y'all. Oh, well, before we do that, our donations as well. As you can see on the screen, we have our Cash App leader. $10 from Old Head Deuce 22. That's our Cash App leader right now. If you can send $10.01 or more, your name will be on as Cash App leader. Right now, our Cash App is $Uneducated Sports Talk. If you want to help the stream out to make it bigger and better, and also our Streamlabs donation leader is $5 from TJ Tracy 2378. If you want to go ahead and be on the screen for your leaderboard right now, just donate more than $5 and you'll be on that screen. That being said, go to the description down below. Hit the link for the Streamlabs donation, and you can donate however much you want to the chat. Donate however much you want. It doesn't matter to me. A penny is cool to me. I don't care. It's all love, y'all. Thank you guys for the love and support. Here we go, y'all. So that being said, let's get right into our Week 13 predictions. Week 14 picks and predictions. I'm sorry about that. As you see my Week 13 record I'm looking at, it's 8-6. Our overall record, 1-10, 83-1. Not a bad record when you see it with your eye, but it should be a lot better. I went through a 4-week period where I was just horrible in picks, y'all. Horrible. Weeks 8 through 11, I just pretty much died. But weeks 12 and 13, over 500, getting right back on track a little bit, so we're good with that. All right, let's go to our first game in the docket, y'all. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings Thursday Night Football. This game will have no Adam Thielen because of an ankle injury he suffered in Sunday's game against Detroit. That doesn't bode well for the Vikings, but this is one of my, I'm not going to say upset, it's a tiny upset. I'm going with the Vikings over the Steelers in this one. I scored 23-20. I think that Pittsburgh just won't find a way to take advantage of this. These are one of the games, especially when you're with Minnesota. When you have Minnesota, they play tight, close games pretty much every single game. I think once again Minnesota will have a lead in this, and I think they will win this game 23-20. It'll be a close one. Thursday Night Football. I'm actually excited for this. We will have this game tomorrow live on Uneducated Sports Talk. 7:05 p.m. Central Time. We will start. That should be a great one in Minnesota. 23-20 will be our final score. We think. For some reason, I think Justin Jefferson's going to have another crazy game. That's not. I know he will. Justin Jefferson is just dynamic, whether he's the number one or number one with Adam Thielen or number one without Adam Thielen. It doesn't matter. But Justin Jefferson is the truth, you guys. And I think he's going to have a big game once again against the Steelers. And I do believe the Steelers will keep it close, though, because of their defense. But Kirk Cousins in this game won't lose them the game. Now, Kirk Cousins all season long hasn't really lost the games for Vikings, but he hasn't actually won games either. You know what I mean? I mean, their record speaks volumes at 5-7. They might be at 5-8 now. They're lost. Let's see. That'd be they're 5-7. Yeah, they're 5-7. So yeah, but he hasn't won games. That's been his problem. Kirk Cousins can't go out there and win games for you when the Vikings need the most. Games like this, I mean, you think a depleted Steelers offense, and you think you're at home and you should win this game. Think again, you probably won't. Last time we saw the Vikings on primetime TV was against the Dallas Cowboys. I believe that was Sunday Night Football, and they disappointed big time with a backup quarterback, by the way. It was Cooper Rush, not Dak Prescott. So hopefully Minnesota can overcome that, and I think for some reason in this game they will. This is more of a 50-50 coin toss, and it wouldn't shock me at all if the Steelers do win, but I'm going with Minnesota in a tiny, itsy-bitsy, teeny tiny bit upset. But then again, I mean, Vikings may be the most disappointing team once again in the NFL. They could easily be 8-4, easily 9-3. This team is 5-7. So if they lose this game, playoff chances will really hit all-time low. But right now, I have them winning over the Pittsburgh Steelers 23-20. Our next game in the docket is going to be the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints. I would call this an upset, but the Saints are once again without a bunch of players again. Alvin Kamara does come back for this game. He will be expected to start, as Taysom Hill will be ready as well. But then you lose Cameron Jordan, and you also lose Deontay Harris for 3 games for suspension. So this team, look, I'm going with the Jets to win this by 1 point. I think it'll be a sloppy game. I think the Jets find a way to score some just weird points. Look, the Saints don't have a team. And look, I'm who that nation until the day I die. You see that New Orleans Saints. Issue since 1967, you know what I'm saying? I've been fans since 1999. But the whole thing is they just don't have a team right now. Everyone, I mean, from their O-line to the linebackers to their wide receivers to their running backs, I mean, everyone you can think of is hurt right now for the New Orleans Saints. They are hurt. TJ Tracy is in the building. Hello, how is everyone doing today, man? I'm doing well, bro. Thank you for the love, man. TJ Tracy is in the building, y'all. What's up, TJ? How you feeling, man? Thanks for joining us. I was actually feeling under the weather towards the end of yesterday's show. My dumb self was out in the weather in the cold with not a coat on. I don't know what I was thinking. But I took my medicine. I am good to go. I'm ready to go now. I woke up in a great mood, great feeling. So let's get it. So we're going with the Jets we would say an upset. I'm going to say a slight upset because even the Saints are just that bad. They should still be the Jets. But I do think in New York, if this is in New Orleans, I would have went for the Jets. I would have went for the Saints, but it's in New York. I'm saying Jets win fluky-ish, a weird kind of game. Jets win 18-17. But this is another one where I can easily see the Saints winning. All right, sticking with the NFC South, we're going with the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers, y'all. And this game right here, hey, it's going to be a good one. Another 50-50 game. Both of these teams are looking to stay in the playoff race along with the New Orleans Saints as well. But they're looking at both these teams coming like 5-7, something like that, where the Panthers are at home and they're off of a bye week. Now, there is no Christian McCaffrey. So Chuba Hubbard once again will get a bulk of the carries. But I do think somehow, some way, Panthers defense step up and halt Matt Ryan at the end. When it's all said and done, I think Matt Ryan's going to try and go for a game-winning field goal or touchdown, and then they will somehow lose this game. Under the weather and hope that nothing too bad. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Things happen today. It's overwork was torture. Oh, man, work was torture. I know the feeling of work being torturous, man. I'm trying to get out of that feeling sooner rather than later, bro. But I'm glad that everything's all right. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad everything's good now. Yes, sir. Sit back, relax, man. Watch a little commentary on these games. We're breaking down. Right now, we're just on the Falcons and the Panthers right now, so we're doing a relatively slow job right now. But we're going with the Panthers winning this one 26-24 off of the bye week. I think that they worked some kinks out with Cam Newton as starting quarterback. I do think that they will find a way to score. I think DJ Moore has a big game against the Falcons as well. I had the Panthers win this one 26-24. I think it's going to be a close game no matter what. Falcons do find ways to score, but I think at the end, the Panthers' defense will come alive in that fourth quarter and sort of shut down the Falcons. And this might be one of those back and forth games you don't know who's going to win. But both these teams are must win because they're both trying to stay in playoff contention. We just know that the offensive coordinator for the Panthers, he was released during the bye week, and that was tough. That Joe Brady was released, and he is the architect for the New Orleans Saints over the last couple of years, and for the LSU football team that won it all in 2019. He was released from the Panthers. I do not know why they wanted a scapegoat. They found it in Joe Brady. I thought it was stupid though. But nonetheless, though, they will probably find a way to win this game. They have to, or if not, I mean, everything will be for nothing getting Cam Newton because Chris McCaffrey is out for the year. Panthers win 26-24. All right. Our next game on the docket, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Texans, and Seattle's on a mission. I think if there's one team to win outright and to make a playoff spot, it is Seattle. I do think Seattle does win this particular game. They beat the Texans by a score of 27-12, and I think Seattle might, if they can win this game relatively easy, I would have a lot more confidence in Seattle running the table to maybe find a way to get into the last playoff spot with a 9-8 record. I don't know, but Seattle's got to go and continue to win these games. They beat the 49ers last week, and I thought, okay, that's some life. If they can beat the Texans and beat them on the road relatively easy, then we'll go with the Seahawks maybe making a run for the playoffs. We'll find out, though. They might not. I mean, it's a long shot, but still, Seattle and Russell Wilson, that defense, they have a chance to do that. They'll win this game relatively easy over the Texans, who are just showcasing pretty much nothing outside of Brandon Cooks. I feel bad for that guy. I feel bad for him because he deserves a lot more. But anyways, Seattle wins one, I think 27-12. They'll hold the Texans to maybe a touchdown, some field goals. But I mean, outside of that, I think they win this one relatively easily. 27-12. Seahawks win this game. All right, next game on the docket is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. We have an AFC West matchup, and I think this game will be a lot more easier for the Chiefs. Said crazy to think Joe Brady went from a possible new head coach one year to getting fired the next. I think that's more of the Panthers just trying to find a scapegoat because Joe Brady is not the reason for the record. He is not. One is talent. They just don't have any talent for their skills outside of DJ Moore. They don't have any talent on the offense. There is no Christian McCaffrey. You cannot replace Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. If CMC was in there, Joe Brady would still have his job because the Panthers' record might be a little bit different. They might be 7-5 instead of just 5-7. And those two games make a big difference. I might add, make a big difference. So yeah, sucks. All right, here we go. So we have the Chiefs taking on the Raiders. And I think this game is going to be relatively easy for Kansas City. And just because I said that, watch the Raiders win. But I do think the Chiefs win this one relatively easy. 30-17. I think that they'll get to a 2-score lead pretty early on the Raiders and just take advantage of it. That defense has been nasty over the last about 5-6 weeks now. Looking good. So we're going with Kansas City to win this one relatively easy. I'm looking at the Chiefs. Is Darren Waller going to be healthy to play this game? I don't know. Whether he's in or not, he's not going to be the same Darren Waller he has been over last year and the beginning of the season because he has been banged up all year. That's one of their rare weapons. Will Deshaun Jackson make a big highlight play in this game? I'm probably going to say no because it's in Kansas City. Maybe if they played in Vegas, they might have gone for a big shot with Deshaun Jackson, but I don't see it happening in Kansas City against that rapid defense as of late. So I do think the Chiefs will go ahead and win this one by their defense. And of course, Pat Mahomes makes a play 2-3 here, there. And they win this one 30-17, relatively easy. So we're going to the Chiefs to win this one. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. And this is another one of those 50-50 matchups. But, I mean, sad news for Baltimore. Marlon Humphreys is out for the year. Pectoral injury. One of the reasons why John Harbaugh went for two against the Steelers in Sunday's game and he lost. They didn't convert, so they lost by 1 point. So, the Browns, though, 22-19 is what I'm going with. I do think, once again, it'll be another defensive battle. We just saw these two teams play 3 weeks ago. And it was a sloppy-ass game on, I believe it was Sunday Night Football, I believe. And anyways, well, I think the Browns will get revenge in this game. And Baker Mayfield and company will hit a big player, too. They did lose cornerback play Marlon Humphrey, but I do think that the corners they do have will find a way to at least stop the Browns' offense passing-wise. I think Nick Chubb has a big game in this particular game. I think Nick Chubb goes over 100 yards, maybe a touchdown or two for the Browns. They're going to need it, though, because this is a must-win for the Browns for this game. Not necessarily the Ravens, but the Ravens do want to kind of have a gap between their foes for the AFC North. But I think Cleveland finds a way to win this game, 22-19. We're going with Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb having a huge game, as a matter of fact. All right, so another game that might go 50-50. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington football team. As TJ Tracy says, at this point, who do you think could win the AFC North? My goodness, bro. I mean, every time I want to say Cincinnati, you think top to bottom. Cincinnati has the best squad, in my opinion, top to bottom. So I'm gonna say, I want to say Bengals so bad, but every time you say Bengals, they wind up having a dumb loss. Once again, like they lost by 19 to the Chargers. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Ravens. I think Ravens will win this one, but I don't know. I think if it all depends on if the Ravens can beat the Browns, that'll put them in better contention to win the AFC North. So I'm sticking with the Ravens right now, but if Browns can get hot, and of course the Bengals. So right now the Bengals might be the best team top to bottom, but they just keep losing dumb games. They're a game away from the Ravens, so we'll see. We'll see. But if I was a betting man, which I'm kind of not, I'm going with the Ravens to squeak out the AFC North. So we'll see. But we got the Cowboys against the Washington football team. This NFC East matchup, rivalry between two good teams. And we're going with the Cowboys to win this one. Another game that can go 50-50. Both these teams coming in hot. Well, basically, Washington football team is really, really hot. They won like four games in a row now. And they are in the playoffs right now. And the Cowboys are. But if Washington can win this game, they'll be just a game behind Dallas for the NFC. And mind you guys, these two teams will face twice in the next 3 weeks. So the division can really go here or there. So we're going with Dallas to win this one. I think that Dallas at the end, a little bit too much offense for Washington. And they are very opportunistic. We know that Taylor Heineke is known for being a daredevil, a Brett Favre-like kind of guy who makes throws when he shouldn't be throwing that ball here or there. And Dallas, we know that with Trayvon Diggs and company, these guys are big time when it comes down to taking the ball away. I think Dallas will go ahead and find that big interception or big fumble recovery or whatever over Washington. 24-20, Cowboys will win this game, in my opinion. But do not sleep on Washington. I do see Antonio Gibson having a huge game against Dallas. I do think he goes over 100 yards rushing or maybe 100 yards from scrimmage and a few touchdowns. So if Washington can run that ball, they will be good. TJ Tracy, who's a big Eagles fan, says, I need both of these teams to lose somehow. Hey, you might get a tie. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you might get a tie. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen, y'all. I think Cowboys win this one 24-24. Once again, another 50-50 game. So right now, this NFL Week 14 looking really good when it comes down to matchups. All right. This game might be a 50-50 game. Who would have thought it? The Jaguars take on the Titans. Titans coming after their bye week now, looking to rest up and get some healing done. And they're still without A.J. Brown, I believe. Without Julio Jones. Well, Julio Jones might be back. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, though, Titans will struggle in this game. I think the Jaguars play really good defense against an AFC South opponent. Jaguars every blue moon coming with a good game plan on defense this year. Not every blue moon, but every 3 games. the Jaguars come up really good on defense. I think they'll do the same thing today and make this game a lot uglier than what it should be. Titans on paper should roll through the Jaguars, but they will not, in my opinion. Titans will win this game, but close. 20-14 is my score I'm going with. I think the Jaguars play competitive football. Trevor Lawrence might keep it interesting with a couple touchdowns against that Titans defense, but nonetheless, I believe the Titans will find a way to win this game. Barely 20-14 is our score. Chargers versus the Giants. This game, you see the score right here? You see the score right here, cuz? The score right here, cuz? Yeah. 21-13. Like Carlos, what the Chargers are, they're at home. And I think that Giants defense is pretty good. And I think for some reason the Chargers, although I haven't win this game, it's going to be an ugly win, in my opinion. I think the Chargers are going to find a way to win this game, but it's going to be ugly. They'll win 21-13, in my opinion, but Giants will play hard with or without Daniel Jones. I think Saquon Barkley has over 100 yards of scrimmage in this game, keeping it relatively close. Chargers do win this game, though, 21-13. Too much firepower when it's all said and done. The Giants, not enough firepower on offense. And you just feel bad. You're a Giants fan, like, what the hell do we got to do now? Thank goodness for those 2 championships in the mid-2000s for the Giants. Otherwise, this team would be, like, atrocious history-wise for the last 30 years. So, I mean, 21-13, though. Chargers win this game. I think it will be ugly. I think that Herbert will throw a few interceptions. I think the Giants do confuse him a little bit and make this game a lot uglier than what it is. And so that's why you see this score, 21-13. But Chargers will get this win, though. All right, next game on the docket, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos. And boy, I am so ready to go ahead and pick the Lions and win this game. But I just cannot. I think Denver will feast on playing Detroit. They're like, you know what? And Detroit and Denver has a really good defense. So, I mean, this will keep the Broncos relatively in that playoff race by facing teams like Detroit. Right now they are, I believe, what are they? What's the record? 6-6 now. They win this, will be 7-6. Yeah, so I mean, Broncos, hey, this is a perfect time to have Detroit come in. Although they are on cloud 9 right now. They're on cloud 9 from that victory over the Vikings. But they'll come back to reality in Mile High City. I think Denver's defense obviously will be the key in this game. Give Teddy Bridgewater good field position, and he'll get some 2 kind of easy scores. Maybe him, maybe Javonte Williams, the rookie running back out of North Carolina for the Broncos, who's looking pretty damn good now as of lately. So if you have him in your fantasy, he's a good pick in fantasy. Broncos win this one 17-13. We will go ahead and lock that one in for sure. 17-13 is our score. All right, another game. Boy, I'm seeing this schedule. I'm like, yo, these are some pretty damn good games going on right now. So we're going with the 49ers taking on the Bengals, and we're going for the 49ers. I think the 49ers go ahead and win this one. You see the score, 29-27. It's going to be one of those weird back-and-forth games again. Another game that's a 50-50 in my opinion. Either team can win. But I'm going with the 49ers for some reason to ink out this win. And I could be totally wrong. I can easily see the Bengals win this game as well, being home. But I think 49ers have a really good formula. Run the football. And don't use Jimmy G, because that front 4 for the Bengals is nasty. Trey Henderson now, 8 games in a row with a sack, the former Saint, because I do know my former Saint players. But Trey Henderson is looking to have another big game. Jimmy G and the 49ers have got to specify run, and throw it to George Kittle, and if Deebo Samuel's playing, throw it to him. But you want to run some more if you are the 49ers. And I think they will run the ball against the Bengals and have some success in this game. Now, can the Bengals still win this game? Of course they can. But I'm worried about Joe Burrow's finger. He hurt his finger last Sunday, and I'm thinking that I don't know. I don't know about his throwing motion, and we'll have to find out. If we get better news about him, because he may or may not start in this game, I think he will start because he finished the game against the Chargers. But hopefully his finger is okay. But if it's not, I mean, you either go to back a quarterback or you try and hope and pray for the best if you're the Bengals. But I do think the 49ers take advantage of that and win this game 29-27, a hard-fought game. And I know I kind of probably went a little too high with the score. I should have gone a touchdown lower. I would have said like 22-20, something like that. But we'll stick with 29-27. 49ers will get a big victory in Cincinnati. Tina says you would think the Broncos would beat the Lions. However, with this NFL season, who actually knows? Yes, right. I don't know. But you see the score. I don't have that much trust in the Broncos. The score is 17-13. So I don't want to say easily, but I can see the Lions beating the Broncos. I can see that in today's NFL. Mind you, the Lions should have easily won at least 4 games this year. 4, maybe 5 games. But, the luck of the draw went against them. The luck of the draw, it went against them. So, I mean, hey, that's why you have the Lions where they are right now. So, we'll have the 49ers beating the Bengals 29-27. Hey, for our, we're going with an upset of the week, y'all. And it's not really an upset because the Bills still have a good record. But we're going with the Bills to beat the Buccaneers. I have a feeling. Now, if the weather is good, this could all change if we find out the weather is going to be really shitty in Tampa Bay. But if the weather holds up and the weather is good, I think the Bills get an upset over the Buccaneers. I do think that if the weather is great, Josh Allen's going to have a great day against Tampa Bay, against that secondary. I think Josh Allen's ability to avoid that front four, step in the pocket, and run right or run left and create plays and scramble, I think it will come huge in this game. I'm looking for some big-time plays from Josh Allen in this game against the Buccaneers if the weather holds up. I haven't looked into the weather at all, but you know how it is in Florida. Sometimes the weather can be really nasty. But in this game, the Bills say we don't want any more bad weather. We had enough from last Monday Night Football against the Patriots where it was just like 25 degrees and it was just cold as hell and snow everywhere and the wind was gusting 55 miles per hour. So the Bills had enough weather for the year. TJ Trace says, I took break in NFL record to beat the Lions. Yeah, a tough break, yeah. A tough break, you're right. That is a very tough break. Brando T. Comedy says, go Rams. Please, we need this win. Yo, Brando, what is good, man? Thanks for being part of the chat, man. Thanks for checking us out, bro. Thanks for the love, man. If you're new to the channel, man, hey, hit that like button and a subscribe button. Be a part of UST Nation, man. If you join us right now, you have a chance to win $100 when we get to 500 subscribers. We're at 378 right now. Brando, what is good? If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the love and support, man. We'll talk about your Rams in just a moment, man. Talk about the Rams in just a moment. But yeah, the Bills will find a way to win this game 33-30. I think Tom Brady and Josh Allen both have big games in this one. But if it stays relatively close, I like the Bills' defensive opportunistic styles, like to get a pick or a fumble, something like that in this game. That one fumble or pick that might turn things around. We're going with that. We're going with the Bills. That's our upset of the week. Buffalo Bills over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not really an upset, but it's something I feel like it's going to happen. Bills will win this game 33-30. If the weather stays good. The weather is kind of rainy and nasty and then it might follow and Tampa Bay's following. Brando says, what's up? Brando T. Comedy says, what's up, man? I am good, bro. Nothing but love over here, man. I hope that you're having a blessed day as well. And like I said, man, thank you for being a part of the chat, man. Thank you for the love, man. And if you want to, man, check us out. If you like us, man, hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to UST Nation, Uneducated Sports Talk, man. Have a chance to win $100, bro, once we get to 500. And we do live NFL commentary, live NBA commentary, and we do live Major League Baseball commentary as well. He said, imagine the Bears beat the Packers. Yeah, I'm going to that right now, y'all. So, yeah, our Sunday night football matchup. Thanks for saying that, Brandon T. Comedy. Yes, sir. The Chicago Bears take on the Green Bay Packers. And last time we saw the Bears and the Packers, we saw Aaron Rodgers saying he owns Chicago, and he is part-time owner of the Chicago Bears. I think he has, like, majority ownership of the Bears as many times as he's whooped their ass, you know. Things won't change, and this is the first time in my picks through week 1 through 14 I've given someone single digits. I believe I could be wrong, but in my mind, the Packers defense is playing so well right now. I just don't see how the Bears being on the road score a touchdown. or get over 10 points. I don't see that. I don't see how they get over 9 points. The Packers defense is playing lights out right now, and the Bears defense is so good. They'll bring Rodgers up to about 23 points. The score will be 23-9. I think the Packers don't go crazy on offense, but they don't need to either because the Bears offense is so bad. It's so bad. Packers win this one 23-9. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams will have their usual connection. I think Rodgers goes for about 275, maybe 300 yards passing. Adams goes for about 115 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. The usual for the Packers. And for the Bears, tough sledding, man. Tough sledding. Once again, I think that they will get trumped in this game, and I think they will be dominated from start to finish. Andy Dalton, I mean, they got to have a hope and a prayer to win this game. I don't know the weather is going to be like in Green Bay, but I guarantee you it's going to be cold. It is Sunday Night Football in December at Lambeau Field. So it's going to be cold. I think Packers will run the ball relatively well with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers throws back about 270, couple touchdowns to Adams. And they'll win this game, to me, relatively easy against the Bears. And it feels like it's always that way because, you know, Aaron Rodgers is part owner of Chicago Bears. So Packers win this one 23-9, and they will stay ahead of the NFC North pretty much for the foreseeable future. Brandon T. Cummings, is Stafford or Kyler for MVP? If they both finish out the season strong, you got to go with Kyler Murray because of the record. You got to go with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray has missed some games. I know that. But Matthew Stafford just got done with a 3-game losing streak after that win when they got over the Jaguars. So, right now Kyler Murray hasn't lost. He's lost basically one game all year because he didn't play in the other loss, you know. And the game he did lose to the Packers, he got hurt in that game. So, yeah. So I'm going with Kyler Murray if they both finish strong because of the records. But yeah. Right now, my MVP, if the season ended, my MVP for sure would be Jonathan Taylor, 1, and Tom Brady, 2, is my MVP right now. TJ says, I believe Dalton is hurt, so Nick Foles could start as Fields is also hurt. Oh, man, well, that doesn't bode well at all for the Bears then. Nick Foles is great. Thank you, baby. Love you. That's my wife, y'all. Ain't she pretty? Most beautiful thing I ever seen, y'all. But, no, it's all good, Brendan. Appreciate it, man. He said it's all right, gotta go. Hey, much love, Brendan. I appreciate it, man, and hopefully we can see you back here for our next episode. We're doing Thursday Night Football tomorrow. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers at 7:05 p.m. Central Time. So, hopefully we can get that going on for you guys. Hey, all right, so that is our Packers and Bears talk. Sunday Night Football. And Nick Foles starting for the Bears, hey, they might have a chance there. You never know, man. Nick Foles might put a spark into the Chicago Bears. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. Thanks for that update, TJ. Appreciate that. All right, so for our Monday Night Football, our finale, Brando T. County, man, much love to you, man. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Yes, sir. All right, so our finale for Week 14. Again, and we're also doing live on Uneducated Sports Talk. We're doing the Rams taking on the Cardinals. See, Trace says a new challenger appears. Oh, no, that's just the wife, man. But we're going with the Cardinals. And this is another 50-50 game to me. This is a gut-wrench game for the Rams. Last time we saw these two teams play, it was in LA, where the Rams had all the momentum, right? Everyone was talking about how Los Angeles is the team right now. Both these teams came in at 3-0, and the Cardinals stumped the mud hole. I think they won 34-17, I believe. But now the Cardinals are a team with all the momentum and being talked about. And now the Rams, after basically a 3-game losing streak and winning against the Jaguars, yeah, ho-hum about that. I think the Cardinals find a way to win this game close. But the Rams, it's a must-win for the Rams, in my opinion. If they want any shot at the NFC West title, which I doubt they'll get, but if they want any shot, it starts in this game. The Rams will battle hard against Arizona. But I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the Rams defense against Kyler Murray. He is the best. I said it. He is the best dual threat quarterback in the NFL. He knows how to do it the best way, by running and by throwing. He is the best dual threat quarterback. He can kill you in both ways, running and throwing the ball. And he doesn't run like Lamar Jackson for like big yardage. He runs for first downs. He runs for touchdowns. That's what Kyler Murray does. Lamar Jackson runs just to run. You know what I'm saying? And Pat Mahomes is that way as well, runs for first downs and touchdowns, but Kyler Murray just does it better and faster, by the way. I think Arizona wins this game 28-21. All their stars are back now. So you got DeAndre Hopkins taking on Jalen Ramsey. I think the Cardinals find a way to score plenty in this game. They'll win 28-21, pretty much putting another hurt on the Los Angeles Rams offense team. And we'll see. I think OBJ, and I could be wrong, but OBJ won't have a good game. I think he'll get locked down in this game. TJ says whoever wins this game wins the division, I think. And you could be right about that. Brando says Kyler or Rodgers. I'm going with Rodgers. I mean, I'm always an Aaron Rodgers guy. I think Aaron Rodgers, when it's all said and done, who don't want the ball in their hands, Rodgers. Or, okay, go for MVP. For MVP right now, I'll go with Kyler Murray. Rodgers hasn't really had a great season himself. But I'm going with Kyler. If they finish the season strong, both finish strong, you got to go with the team with the best record, which is going to be Arizona. But even Aaron Rodgers, who hasn't had a typical Aaron Rodgers season, right? Not a lot of yards being thrown, not a lot of touchdowns being thrown as well for Aaron Rodgers. The defense has played very well the last 6 or 7 weeks of the season for Green Bay. So I think Rodgers isn't even in discussion for MVP. But Kyler Murray kind of is if he can go back hot. So I'm going with Kyler Murray for now. Although the Packers did beat the Cardinals, but it wasn't really Aaron Rodgers doing. It was more of the defense playing very well for Green Bay. So no problem, man. The more questions, the merrier, man. The more questions, the merrier. But we have the Cardinals beating the Rams 28-21 in the NFC West. If the Cardinals win this game, they can pretty much cement their NFC West championship titles right now. They can go ahead and put the nail in the coffin. They'll be a full 4 games, basically 5 games, because with the tiebreaker. So the Cardinals win this game, it is basically over. They might. It depends on what the Rams record is. The Rams are they 8-4 right now? I think Rams are 8-4, and they'll be 3 games out with 4 to go, and Cardinals up by basically 4 games because they have the tiebreaker. If the Cardinals win this one, they'll be 1 more game away from winning the division. So that's how it goes, man. So read them and weep them, screenshot it, take a look at it. I don't care. This is our picks for Week 14 of the NFL season. So let's get it, man. Thank y'all for the love and support for this. I'll see you guys on tomorrow for our Thursday night football live NFL commentary, play-by-play and reaction of the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon T. Comedy, you're a real one, bro. Thank you for being a part of this. And also, the big homie TJ Tracy 2378 is in the building as well, y'all. So if you're new to the channel, before we leave, man, hit that like button. Hit that like button. It makes the stream pop. Also, when you hit that like button, subscribe as well to Uneducated Sports Talk. When you subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that all button. When you do, you'll be notified every time me and PJ go live. And you'll be a part of the giveaway for $100 when we reach our short-term goal of 500 subscribers. If you want to go ahead and donate to the stream, our Cash App is $Uneducated Sports Talk. And our Streamlabs donation is in the description link down below. Go to the description, hit the link, Streamlabs donation, and you can donate however much you want right now. Our leaders for Cash App is $10 from Oldhead Deuce 22, and our leaders for Streamlabs donation leaders is $5 from TJ Tracy 2378, y'all. So let's get it, man. Thank y'all once again for the love and support, man. Without you guys, this channel would be nothing, and you guys rock. All my OGs, I'll see you guys tomorrow, Thursday night football for the homegirl, PJ. I'm your boy, Carlos Clayton. This has been another episode of Uneducated Sports Talk. As always, sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, Stay uneducated. Peace. Later, mama. All right, TJ, have a good night, bro.